Hello, and welcome to OSCFM9 Examiner Special. That's right, dialed into your very ears is OSCFM9, the Examiner Special. The Examiner Special is kind of self-explanatory, really. I mean, here it is, direct into your ears. I mean, there is a chance that you're an examiner. If so, congratulations. Thank you for listening to my radio show. If not, don't worry about it. But hello, nice to meet you. My name's Oscar. And for the examiners, if you have found this in the kind of expected field, if you like, i.e. my studio, through the actual headphones I'm wearing now, actually, that's a bit of a coincidence. Well done. You found it. You did it. Well done seems a bit patronising. I'm not trying to patronise you, but thanks for listening. This is OSCFM9. I've done 8 of the, 9 now. This is my 9th one. Oscar Robinson. This is my studio. Thank you for helping us get back into the studio. But maybe in the future I'll do a live one of these with lots of people. I mean, this one's live. It's just kind of more in my bedroom than I'd like. Now, I understand in this examiner kind of field setup, there might be one or two of you, so don't mind me. You can pass it to the other one. I'll be here, and it's great to see. Great to imagine that somebody's looking at my work and kind of thinking, "Oh, what is he up to there? What's going on there?" Studio 1.16. That's been my home for the year, or half access, but. Yeah. And you may notice my kind of desk area. It's kind of opposite a bit of a window there. But below ground level, crucially, so it does feel kind of worm-like in its environment, which is fine. Don't mind worms get by alright, don't they? So. Yeah. I'm going to be 100% honest here. This is probably against my better judgment, but I've got a vague idea of what I'm going to make my studio look like for this hand-in. I'm not 100%, and you will have to forgive me for that, but I promise I will. I'm working through it, and I need to get this recorded kind of before it's like proper, but I reckon about 80% there, so we can talk through it. And this is not only for the examiners, this is also for the non-examiners. It'd be interesting to see what percentage we're working on there. So we've got, have we got my chair? I think we've probably got my chair. I don't see why. I don't need to get rid of that. It's not a it's not a stand-up. I'm always sitting down in my studio, always working hard. So we got a chair. I think I found that chair, actually. I found chair. So guaranteed. This is a staple of the studio. The old desk, the humble desk. Home to OSCFM4 actually, and the latter end of I want to say OSCFM9, the one where I took it outdoors. This was great times. I mean, if you do fancy going back to listen, well, I mean, you can watch them as well. There's not much to watch. This is a bit of context for these OSCFMs. I usually kind of do the artwork on Paint, either during or after. So actually, sometimes before the deed has been done. So we got my desk. I mean, it is a shame there's so much paint on it, and I will admit that's not all my work. I don't want that to be mistaken for the thing you're focusing on here. So just kind of ignore that. I mean, you know, paint is everywhere, isn't it? Paint is around you, kind of sometimes inside you, or on you, or, I mean, is it within you? It's a bit of a question, that one. Yeah, we definitely got the desk, definitely got the chair. Oh yeah, towards the left there's probably going to be a big box of stuff. Kind of try to ignore that. That's not really what we're here for. Also, there will be other there will be other stuff in the room, and I think you're professionals. You know to kind of take my stuff in its own context. You know, you've kind of got the girl next to me who does kind of like witchy. I mean, you could probably have a look now. Kind of witchy paintings with like kind of some deers. I actually saw her for the first time last week. I said bye. I'm off. And there'll be some other stuff knocking about, but you know that we're really dialing in on my desk. So the idea is here because it's been a lot of radio and woodwork, kind of whittling, carving, chop the wood, and I'm caught between two ideas, and I'm not sure whether it's going to be an environment, a kind of mess, a conglomerate of wood. Sorry, a conglomerate of wood and lots of wood chip going on. And my past work, and you know, it's gonna have my tools on the desk, and you know, it's gonna be a kaboom, and you know, really be like a frenzy of the kind of chaos that I've made with my woodwork, or it's going to be quite a desolate desk with my latest work, which is the carving of my name, Oscar, and it's just going to sit there, loud and proud, you know, doing the business. That's my name. Look at that. Yeah, so I haven't made my mind up yet, but I'm really glad you guys are listening to this. Also, if you both want to listen, you can take out the headphones. It might stop it, sort of just kind of press play again. I mean, this is OSCFM9. Nice to have some extra ears. And yeah, there will be music soon, but I just want to kind of tackle, you know, this examiner special. It's great to share interesting ideas with, you know, tutors and peers. So here's an idea. Even if you're not an examiner, thank you for your hard work, examiners. But if you're not, and you've just stumbled across this, like, you might be janitors. Might be the janitor special. It could be. So if you're a janitor, get back to work. Stop skiving off, you. But I mean, you can. You can. It's just if you are a janitor, then you've been listening for about 10 minutes now, so it is probably time. Unless it's at the end of your shift, could be at the end of your shift. But don't leave it there, and also make sure that you know what you do you. This is a kind of call out, because this is the first kind of physical OSCFM, and I'm quite wary that somebody's going to steal my stuff. So if you do stumble across this voice recorder and headphone setup, I would really, really appreciate it if you didn't steal it. Just because there's going to be some examiners coming around. I'm not going to say when, just in case you see this after and then you decide to pinch it. So at some undisclosed time there will be some examiners, and just for my sake, I would love it if you didn't steal it. Anyway, let's go back. Hi, examiners. Let's get back to what I'm up to. Yeah. So I think my kind of practice at the moment is very much, well, what you're listening to, and also what you're looking at. And I'm not gonna give away too many like clues, because I always feel like, let's imagine. I mean, you could. What would be a good place to look at? Maybe if you kind of look left, if you kind of do a 90-degree left. That I don't know her name, and I shouldn't say sorry. I should say sorry to her, but I mean, she is very much, and I really respect her for it, very much into kind of making, like, I mean, you can see it, I can't, making kind of, there's like a thing with like an eye and like some teeth, but I don't know if she's picked that for, I don't know if she's left that out. Trust me, she did a painting with which had a kind of big eye and some teeth, and honestly, yeah, that it is pretty. It's quite cool. And I think with my, so let's imagine she. I'm sure it's a she. Yeah, it's a she. Although pronouns they. But I don't know. Is it bad if somebody doesn't want to be called they? It would be very useful if I knew their name. So let's imagine, and I don't mean to put words in her mouth or her. It depends which mouth here. Thinking of if she said my stuff is all about vision, but her work is displaying, and I'm using her as a metaphor at this point. You can kind of get back to my area now. Just soak in the details. If she said my stuff is very much about eyes, it would be well within your rights to think, hang on, why are there mouths here? And that's kind of the crux of my stuff, and how much I want to, put out there. Because if you look at that and you think, oh well, it's just I'm seeing 2/5 of the face here. 2/5 of the face. That's quite good. Say that if you can. It's 2/5 of the face. Yeah. So if you look at it and you go, oh, I'm seeing 2/5 of the face, and then they say, or she, or me, I'm the one talking. and they say, right, well, I'm actually more focused on eye work than I am two-fifths of face work, then you're well within your rights to go, like, hang on, well, that's not what's coming across here. I'm on this level, and you're on a different level. So it's very much a case of, hey, you're the boss. You're the, you know, it's all about you, baby. And who am I to get in the way of that? I'm well aware that, you know, hey, I'll make stuff, I'll display stuff, I'll even say stuff. But at the end of the day, you're in a hot seat. It's on you, and it's no easy task. Because you could be confronted with a massive, you know, conglomerous, cascaded space, and whew, it might just be a wooden Oscar. Who knows? So yeah, keep that in mind. Also, I mean, I've done other stuff. I think we're all aware I've done other stuff. I've done 8 other radio shows. What have I done this year? I did some like drawings. Did some drawings. I mean, I know it's not a competition, and if it was, I probably wouldn't win. I want to say. I did some drawings. I've done some woodwork. I did do some interactive games, which would have been a massive laugh. I like to think would have been a great laugh. I had this one. I won't get into it because they definitely won't be there. So it must be interesting being in the mind of an examiner when you're examining, because you know I mean, you're definitely you know what you're doing. You're qualified, clearly. And you got the job, you got the role. Hey, you're in a hot seat. I mean, what are you looking out for? You must maybe like, you're looking for passion. You're looking for maybe colours. Probably looking for colours. Probably a little bit of probably a little bit of everything, I want to say. But although more specific things, probably not you're not probably looking out for everything. Because then, let's say one person did, let's say, 2 things right, and you're looking out for everything, then that's well, you're missing out on a lot of stuff there. So probably, like, to boil it down, to bubble it down, if I was an examiner, and I'm not, I want to make that really clear, even though this is the Examiner OSCFM Special. Let's have a think. Right, so art, we're thinking art here. A-R-T. What's it mean? No, we won't do that. We'll do, what is it? As in, what? Not the word, not the art movement. What makes it? We'll do that. No, not OSCFM. Art. Art. What makes it? Now, when they first made art, I'm gonna say, with the risk of looking like a bit of a prat here, the first art, I've got something in my head, but it's a bit cliche. It must have been the cave drawings. I'm sorry. Either cave drawings or Maybe a bacteria had like a funny dance. Maybe that could have been the first art. God, imagine if you had to examine that. Some bacteria's wiggly dance. Wonder what they'd get. Although it would have been classic kind of art school. They were, I mean, wiggly bacteria over there. At the time, probably looked a bit rubbish. However, without that wiggly bacteria dance, we wouldn't be where we're at today. So, let's, yeah, consider that whilst you're looking at my stuff, maybe. Are we looking at it now, or are we looking at it bada bam bada bam? Yeah? Are we looking at it right now? Oh, that sounds a bit close-minded, doesn't it? Or what we might be, what the wiggly bacteria dance might become. Hmm? Anyway, let's not get too into wiggly bacteria's inspiration makers. I didn't mean to be rude earlier about anyone. I'll just leave that. Leave that. It's quite a good thing to say every now and then. OSCFM. What is OSCFM? I guess OSCFM is the radio of Oscar. If I was, well, it's not if I was to do radio. This is me doing radio, isn't it? So I guess it's Oscar's radio. That's that. That's the answer to that one. OSCFM. What is it? That's what it is. Home run. However, what is OSCFM, the Examiner's Special? That's a question. That's a big question. Well, 2 years, you know. 2 years. 2 sweet, sweet years. And I understand you're already speaking to examiners here. You're already grading one. The first year's kind of done and dusted. And I guess this year I would say kind of more of the same in a different direction. Keep an eye out for the digital portfolio, because that might be a bit of you actually. I'm just thinking about it. You might be quite into that as well as this. Feel free to. I mean, this is for you know, this is for me, but also for you. So yeah, feel free to knock about, hang out. Year 2, yeah, I would say more of the same, in a different direction, or maybe. Well, I don't feel like I've done much growing, but maybe second year, second year, growing laterally, if I had to give it a tagline. Lateral grower Oscar Robinson confronted his examiners head on in the 2021 year of fine art at Newcastle University. In a shocking statement, he referred to them as professional and well suited to the job, and cited a bacteria doing a wiggly dance as his initial inspiration. Second year. I mean, hey, say what you like about second year. I'll tell you what, that third year's gonna. Whew, that third year. That's gonna be big. That is get. Whoa, my gosh! Third year, hello. And then, oh, I mean, if you're thinking of like of a hill, this is the top of the hill, and trust me, we've been climbing. It has been a climb, and you know what? I will call this. Well, I guess the summit will be the just at the end, and I'm climbing that hill. I'm climbing this arty hill, and yeah, we're almost there. We we're almost at the top of the hill. Second year, a hill worth climbing. Brackets. I'm on my way. Close brackets. I mean, the examiners know. Ugh, they've probably dealt with some third years before. Bet they're a nuisance. Me, I'm just gonna kind of, you know, truck along. I think might add a couple of wee strings to my bow. My old art bow. That's a, I'll work on that one. Work on the old arrow. The old bow. And I think overall, if you were to ask me, have I been happy with my work? I would say yes. Yeah, I would say yes. Are you happy with your work? Yes, would be my answer. To put it bluntly, also, if you asked me, am I unhappy with my work? I'd. Ooh, now you're asking. Tricky question. Because, well, am I unhappy with my work? I would say facets, minuscule modicums of my work. Maybe I might be unhappy with. However, on the whole, if you ask me right now, am I happy with work? I would say yes. And if you ask me right now, am I unhappy with work? I would probably say minuscule modicums, maybe I am, of some of them. Full stop. What other questions might I be asked? Maybe, if I had to sum up I don't know what I've presented. It's probably going to be the wood carving of my name. If I had to give it no, not a title. It's Oscar. Maybe if I had to, where do I see myself in the future? That's a good question. Where do I? Yeah, I'm glad you asked that one. Actually, it's a good head scratcher. Where do I see myself in the future? I'll tell you what. Out of this bedroom. Oh, sorry, my studio. Outside of this studio, not the studio you're in, examiners. Although I imagine like this is. I don't mean to get well, it's not political, but I don't mean to, interfere. I imagine I'll get a new studio, so I won't have to feel like a worm. Let's be a monkey. Send me up to the trees, let's go to the trees. I'm almost at the, the steeple of art school. And I know with that analogy, it might seem like, oh, it's only downhill from here, but I'm not really going with that, because it's more, I've done the work so I can go up the hill, and on my bike or like skateboard or something, I can take that downwards third, fourth year momentum into, really attack it quite fast with the speed from the hill, and really, give it a go, if you like. I think it might be time for a song, because examiners, if you're here, you probably, you probably will be. Don't really see why not, seeing as that's the old job. So yeah, I understand you might not have heard OSCFM before. You might have. You might not have. If you haven't, this is for you. I'm gonna play a song now, and then I'll be back with you. All right. So this is Born Slippy. Born Slippy. Enjoy. Choose life. Choose a job. Choose an apartment. Okay. Choose life. Choose sticking it to the man. Choose art school. Choose wiggly bacteria dances. Choose a bedroom studio. Choose a studio flat. Choose OSCFM. Choose art school. How echoey the song was. Quite the shouting lager, 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 lager. Lager, lager, lager. Yeah. Mega, white thing, mega, white thing, mega, shouting lager, 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 lager. Mega, white thing, mega, white thing. So many things to see and do, and the two hold true. Blind going back to round food. Mega, going back to round food. Hi mama, you're having fun. On your way to a new tension here. Choose life, choose a job, choose a career, choose a family, choose a fucking big television, choose washing machines, cars, compact displays and electric tin openers, choose good health, low cholesterol and dental insurance, choose fixed interest mortgage repayments, choose a starting home, choose your friends, choose leisure wear and matching luggage, choose the 3-piece suite on the hire purchase in a range of fucking fabrics, choose DIY and wondering who you are on Sunday morning, choose sitting on that couch watching mind-numbing, spirit-crushing game shows, stuffing fucking junk food into your mouth, choose rotting away at the end of it all, pissing you last in a miserable home, nothing more than embarrassment to the selfish, fucked up brats you have spawned to replace yourself. Choose your future, choose life. You're listening to OSCFM. OSCFM9, in fact. And that was Bold Slippy. Open brackets, Nux with 2 X's. There is about 10 more seconds of that sound, but I thought let's, nip that in the bud. Great song. Oh, I haven't. Yeah. Hello. Welcome. Again. Hope you enjoyed that. I've already said what it was. How are we? How are you doing, examiners? There's a slight possibility that, or the janitor that's nicked it. Not that not that. I'm not saying that. I'm just speculating it was like a little joke from earlier. But there's a slight possibility that we've been taken somewhere. Taken away from where we were initially, and now we're somewhere else. In fact, I think that song did have that effect. I think that song might have, we might have been somewhere else. And maybe we've realised, oh, here we are now. Here we are, OSCFM9. Glad to have you on board. I mean, I think, seeing as it's the Examiner special this week, I think we'll talk some art. I think we'll talk a bit of me, seeing as I'm here, a bit of. I think the rest will kind of fill itself in when need be. The medium of radio is interesting. When you really think about it, oh my, talk of can of worms. The medium of radio. See, what we've got there is one of the senses hearing the sounds. Although it's sound, I guess making a sound seems like a sense. Surely. Doesn't have to be voice. It could be anything. It could be singing. It could be like stamping your feet really loudly. It could be anything you like. So let's say although when you're making radio, that is mainly, you're not doing that much listening. So we've got the medium of we'll bandy it together for now of just sounds, be that inward or outward. And then you've got not a lot else on the old docket list there. So on the one hand, that makes it quite intense. On the other hand, it can be quite chilled out. Intense in that, I can't gestate with my hands to get this really intricate point across. But on the other hand, like, hey, that's just a voice in the background. Don't mind him or her or tunes. Which is interesting. So we've got intense, we've got chilled out. I guess it's quite open, isn't it? Like, quite open for either interpretation or, you know, like I could be anywhere. I did reveal early doors that I'm in my bedroom. But you don't know, that could be anywhere. Could be not in my bedroom. So it could be quite open. However, again, we're back to the old solitary medium here. You've only got one kind of tool to make the job, so you better hope your tool's sharp. That's all I'll say. I'm sure the examiners probably love that, because that actually, the woodwork, there's quite a bit of tools going on. I don't know if you boost, like, or consider tool-made work. Well, I'm not going to say better, but like, you might consider it to be more worldly, maybe more. I don't want to say skilled or better. But just, I think there's something quite impressive in using a tool. I mean, you're either with me or you're against me. We'll get back to radio after the following messages. It's gonna be a song this time, actually. Here you go. Best of Friends by Palmer Violence.
Shouting
I wanna be your best friend. I want you to be my girl. I wanna be your best of friends by Palmer Violets. There. Whoa! Oh my god, that sent me all giddy. That was ridiculous. What a song. It's one of them songs where you feel like everyone feels like they've got it in the locker. I feel like I could sing that and it would sound half decent. That could be my karaoke song. Maybe just do OSCFM karaoke. Yeah, that could be fun actually. Maybe I might do OSCFM karaoke later. Something to look forward to. Old examiners, just in case you were started to waver off, get a little bit distracted. I've just confirmed OSCFM karaoke, or Oscarioke, or karaoke, I guess. Anyway, that to look forward to. Bandicoot actually covered that, although the examiners probably don't know about Bandicoot. There's no reason for that, but I just don't. The Venn diagram of art examiners and, you know, super up and coming, exciting Welsh bands might not be the biggest Venn diagram. So if you are about an examiner, I will say at this point you can touch it. You can play about the wooden sculpture over there, and maybe. Oh, also notice I haven't. That's all made just with carving knives. There's no sandpaper going on there. Might be something to keep in mind. Because as for, you know, when I say tools, I mean carving knives, and when I say tools are very good, there's also something to be said about not using tools sometimes. Like, oh yeah, you can use tools, but are the tools using you? Maybe. I like to say I keep a balance. You're listening to OSCFM. The Examiner is special.
So true, funny how it seems, always in time, but never in line for dreams. Head over heels, went toe to toe. This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound. I wanna take it to the world, but now I've come back again. Why do I find it hard to write the next line? Oh, I want the truth to be said. I know
True by Spandau Ballet there. Ha, hoo, ha, ha, ha. That was True by Spandau Ballet. You're listening to OSCFM9, the Examiner Special. This week we've been talking to my examiners. I mean, they might still be here. They're probably, they might be. They might have taken the whole thing home. They might have researched it when they get back, just for a hobby. And we're going through music, go through life. Hope you're having a good day. It's currently Thursday actually. Thursday today, the 13th of May, and here is another song.
He knows my name, but my name is not my name. And you? To them, you're only the Greek. And of course,
This song is called Mongolia.
I'm not even Greek.
Yeah. 5 for 5. Yeah. Hologram. Yeah. That's coming out. Yo, it's Mr. 4040. Dressed like I'm Tretch from Naughty. A young brother that'll stretch your shorty. David Caruso couldn't connect the story. Solve the puzzle. His favorite murder weapon was a shovel. It's the Hefe. Spanish women all over my body like I'm Machete Holmes. All I do is write these essay poems. Let's get dusted at the Mets game, Holmes. Like 16 handles. Catch me swirling in the left lane home. I don't even got my left leg on. Trying to dance tonight. This ancient language that I sing wrapped up by hands and knives. Me and my brother go together just like lamb and rice. Fuck me.
I eat African shrooms while rapping on tunes back in June when I clapped at your goon. My car color blue awful, it's new and it's too awful. The limo driver Rudolfo will offer you new golf shoes. Working on my birdie putt, you heard me slut, hurry up, Kirby butt. I need a bitch to go down on me. I mean really go to town on me. I mean really do a number on me. Supplying the league, a few fiends died at my feet. Got dealt a bad hand off a half gram. Feast the famine, give you a half hand and throw you in the Grand Canyon. You fucking dead.
May ain't doing good, that's a rumor that I heard. Wearing diamonds, eating bluefin tuna. They wanna test me like I'm Bradley Bill. None of you motherfuckers real, my nigga passed the steel. Mass appeal, mass production, mass destruction, crime, corruption, wine consumption. On a private island, wildin', the sun through shade cause it's jealous of my medallion. Bitchin' and ain't compelling, late nights like Jimmy Fallon. Louis silk covered with dice, picture me styling. My life story is an open shirt outfit. We getting money, kids, you niggas ain't bout shit.
This is one of them where I haven't really listened to it before, so I have to keep an eye on the old time to make sure it doesn't roll over. This was Mongolia by Action Bronson, Bronsolinio, Hologram, and Mayhem Loren. And it's playing another song. Stop! Thank you. Oh, my computer is going funny. I hope you're doing well. I started chewing a gum to help with concentration, because this episode kind of started with a big old chat. I mean, that was for the benefit of the examiners. I didn't want them thinking it was just playing tunes and leave it on the back burner. There's a bit more going on up here, in here, and around here. However, that has led to some fatigue in the mind and the voice. So I think this next kind of half an hour to hour is going to be quite heavy on music, but don't worry or don't leave. It's It's gonna be okay. It's just I'm a bit frazzled, which is fine. Honestly, I don't think you can tell if I'm frazzled based on what I'm like normally. I think OSCFM is just quite frazzling, and I hope it's good for you, whoever you may be. I made a playlist for this one. It's got 17 songs. I think we've played 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 17. So I could do super quick little, what are they called? Kind of links. I think they're called links. I could do super quick links and just let the tunes do the heavy lifting. Heavy lifting. Here's a song. Actually, no, not that one. This one.
Hello and welcome back to Music Club. Before the break, we discussed how to apply compression to a snare drum. Now I'll show you how to create the basic arrangement and outline for what is known in the industry as a gully rhythm. Drum and bass, don't limit yourself to just 1 or 2 drums. You can always add more to the equation. Why not try adding a bit of bongo? Breakdown. This is the moment of the song where it's important to let the listener know that things have changed. By now, you should be thinking about how we're going to tail off the song and build it up to a big crescendo. So there you have it, the complete guide on how to write a massive club banger. So that's goodbye from me,
Goodbye.
and goodbye from Music Club. See you later, gang.
That was Music Club by Chase and Status. I've decided to get rid of the chewing gum because I feel like it's not really adding that much, and I feel like I might be taking away from the general quality of OSCFM. So you're welcome. I'm gonna go straight into another song, and just in case you go away, here's what's coming next. I'm gonna read my essay. So there. your hand and say yeah. Satan, 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 Satan. That was clap your hands, say yeah. Say yeah. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Very nice song there, very nice song there. As I mentioned before the break, I'm going to read my essay. Now, there was mention of an essay a couple of episodes ago. Or, are they episodes? Are these episodes? I guess they're episodes. Or shows. Or broadcasts, quite radio, isn't it? Anyway, I think around OSCFM9 or 5, I was sharing my notes on an essay that I was up to. Now, that got sent in, which I'm very happy about because I don't have to do it anymore. And I'm going to share with you, the humble audience, the finished result. Okay? Now, brace yourself, it's about 2,000 odd words, but, you know, you don't have to read it. I'm going to read it for you, okay? Also, think about this, you don't have to write it either. So, you know, I mean, if you're doing something else, just do that for a little bit. And even for your benefit, I'm going to have some background music and turn it down nicely, okay? How's that? So, welcome to Oscar's essay. We go. Abigail Solomon Godot proposes that in photography, just about everything is documentary. Unpack her claim, arguing for or against it with reference to at least 2 images. Shall I say what the scariest part of this is, if there's any mistakes, because this is the actual bit that I submitted. Anyway. Abigail Solomon Godot's proposal is difficult to unpack, as both photography and documentary photography have many intricacies. Godot's simple point is that any photo contains some form of document, however small. However, the statement is almost deceptively vague, as the more you pick out the format of the photograph, or the idea of the document itself, the more open and interpretable they become. What do you reckon? I reckon I've done okay there. It's a bit wordy, but I think it's alright. It's inoffensive, which is sort of what you want from a opening paragraph. Inoffensive, wordy, and it gives you the kind of sense that, alright mate, start talking about some stuff, please. A documentary folk. Whoa. What do I even say then? Here we go. A documentary photograph is understood to be a photo rooted in truth. Whether this be a visual truth, referential truth, or even a parallel truth. Godot writes on the language of documentary photography, open quotes, the late arrival of the category documentary into photography. Why can't I say that? The late arrival of the category documentary into photographic parlance implies that until its formation, photography was understood as innately and inescapably performing a documentary function. Godot suggests here that until documentary as a genre was recognised within photography, all photos were regarded as documentary. Photos would be taken and shown as information on an isolated point in time. It was used as a tool for the collection of the world's visual language, rather than as a creative medium in its own right. As such, I've got a bit like Music Club from a couple of songs back. As such, photographs were intrinsically seen as documents because the antithesis to a photographic document had not yet been established. Seen as one of the forefathers of documentary photography, Eugene Gay methodically photographed the empty streets of Paris at a categorical architectural level in the late 18th and early 19th century. While we do not know his intentions, we can infer he wanted to document Paris at the time. To the vast number of photos he took of the streets and of the sale of his work as a reference to architects and artists, his visual language was of the architecture that made Paris in the 1890s. However, the technology Gay was had only the capacity for a very long exposure, meaning taking a photo took a long time. If somebody were to walk into the frame during exposure, they would appear as a blur. The long exposure means that Gay's photographs are not simply a snapshot of the moment in time in the way we might expect, but rather presents us with something of a duality. The work has a strong visual sense for truth, for things. The work has a strong visual sense of truth for things that stay still, but is unreliable for anything that moves, whilst being one of the inspirations for documentary photography. There is a dichotomy to his images that raises questions about how truthful they can be. Okay, I'm going to take a break. I hope you're enjoying the essay, though. Here is Don't Cling to Life. Cling to Life by the Murder Capital. Stopped. Hope you enjoyed that, and let's get right back into the essay. I'm gonna try to put. It's hard to read it in a normal voice. It's actually easier with a. Dead serious. All right, here we go. While photography as a medium clearly excels at simple pictorial jobs like archiving or evidence, we as observers crave some deeper space of Ooh. Okay. I think that should be of, but I've written all. Back to the beginning. While photography as a medium clearly excels at simple pictorial jobs like archiving or evidence, we as observers crave some deeper space or understanding within images. Maybe it is all. Maybe all is better. When I was, this is not the essay, when I was back in school, comp, I think. What the history teacher apparently said, that I had him, and I don't remember him doing this. He said if you make a mistake in your book, you need to get a new book, which seemed mental to me. I don't see how that can work, to be honest. I'm just saying if I started, it's just really counterproductive, and not. I don't think that's how you learn how not to make mistakes. And anyway, mistakes are quite good. Maybe not history though. It's probably. I imagine making a mistake in history can have some quite bad consequences. Back to the essay. Roland Barthes writes, by nature, the photograph has something tautological about it. A pipe, here, is always and intractably a pipe. A composed black and white image of an apple, compared to a picture of a kitchen which had a fruit bowl full of apples on the table, both indicate different messages, even though they're both documenting environments with apples in it. In the first image, the photographer directs our attention to the aesthetics of the apple, drawing us into details we would not normally consider in an apple's normal environment. We still recognise the apple, even if it is an unrecognisable and unrealistic space. With the proposed kitchen image, the apple is in an environment that will be recognised by an observer, then we recognise the apple's role within this space. However, I've just said however there. I've not written however. I forgot to play the piano. You're listening to Seeking the Autumn Wind by Brian Buch. Even if this assumption is wrong, we still have an internal assumption that informs our understanding of the space and the items within the space. All we know as observers of these pictures is what we are being shown and told about the space. This is then influenced by the observer's own understanding and perspective as performed by the photographic tropes, previous context, and their understanding of the world. As the only person with first-hand knowledge of the subject now the photo is taken, the photographer leads the observer through the photograph, choosing where to focus their interest, what to highlight, and how to present the image. A show home could easily look like someone's real home in the photographer's hands, and vice versa. The fact that a photo's intent is so easily manipulated by the photographer leaves the observer at the behest of the photographer, whatever the subject matter. And breathe. A crucial part of Godot's statement is what we class as documentary photography, and how far we can stretch the term. How arbitrary is a document, or even documentary photography itself? Cindy Sherman is an American artist and photographer who uses herself as a model in her work to represent different roles and characters. Sherman's untitled film still series was made with the intention of recreating the look and feel of 1950s Hollywood, with Sherman posing as a variety of starring female roles. Helen Molesworth writes, on the Untitled Film Still series, exhibited together, the Untitled Film Still show... Oh, that's a mistake. Exhibited together, the Untitled Film Still shows us that identities are not only performed through clothing and gesture, these performances of the self happen in spaces that are chosen and arranged, either by ourselves or others. The photographs are documenting Sherman taking on role. This centers the series around Sherman presenting herself as different characters within a film that does not exist. When deconstructing the image, we, as observers, either accept the lack of narrative being given to us by Sherman and leave it at that, assume the narrative based on our assumptions on the image, and fill in the blanks. Or read into the image based on what we know outside of the photo's canon. difficulty with Godot's statement is that declaring this image not documentary is ignoring Sherman being present in the photo and fulfilling a role, with the photo acting as a document for that dynamic. There are analytical methods where we can take this type of picture as a form of genuine documentation. On a purely surface level, the picture could be a document of the figure. There's a lot left. And I think I'm deciding that there might be better uses of your time. So as a reward, I'm gonna play a song. I hope you enjoyed about half of my essay. What's Inside a Girl by Daughters. Oh, sorry about that last one. Not for doing it, just for not doing it really. Just it's been quite a voicey day, I think. It's been quite voice heavy, and my voice is feeling it. I don't know about you. So, but I think it's been good. I think it's been. I've kind of talked quite well. It's just the old tool for talking, i.e. throat and mouth. Throat being the kind of gas, like engine, and mouth being exhaust. Or maybe the steering wheel, maybe, because it kind of controls it. But I think it's mainly the throat. I wouldn't say I've got an achy mouth. Yeah, just a sore throat. But hey, nobody said radio was easy. I don't think one person told me that. Yeah, I can imagine people saying, "Hey, radio's quite hard. Better keep an eye out for that." And you're listening to OSCFM9, the Examiner Special. If you are still here, examiners, then thanks for staying. It's been an honour, and I really appreciate my work being examined by you. So thank you.
About sunny days, gonna keep me outside right on the shade. You're gonna keep me outside right on the shade. It's gonna be like this, and that's right, that's okay. Is that okay? Myself and PT is lying to me, and I'm dead tired of the shit you call this fucking bitch. You don't know when to stop. You're a bunch of fat bitches, motherfucking fat bitches. I don't wanna be trapped in the black of your heart. And how could I fuck things over, cause that's a start. But if I can't have it, then no one can. Oh baby, what am I to do? I've given up on loving you. Why know it's not nothing new? So please do I ask you to, and please do I want of you. It's just not fair, baby blue, girl, it's true. One day I'm gonna have you, but for now I don't care. I still feel the pain of you not loving me the same. There's not much that I could do. There's not much that I could do. Well, I got everyone in my back, but I'm not gonna crack like you cracked. You're a fucking pussy boy. Whoa, whoa, sipping up on my own pie. You got no legs, but in my high. Don't try and get near my height. Don't try and get out of the way. I see what you gotta say. I ain't going to stay. If that's okay, and if that's not okay, it's gonna what's okay. Ooh, I don't wanna be trapped in the black of your heart. And now I'm gonna make it clear, and girl, I'll tear you apart from the inside to the out. I've given up on loving you. I know it's not enough in you. So please do I ask you to, and please do I want of you. It's just not fair, baby blue, and girl, it's true. One day I'm gonna have you, but for now I don't care. I still feel the pain of you not loving me the same. But girls are supposed to do. Yeah, I was so up on loving you. And girl, believe me, this is something new. Cause all I will do is go whatever I have to do. Well, they all knock me in the back and go, I can't believe.
Slip slipping away.
It's slipping away like that.
A Lizard State by King Cruel. I'm gonna sing you out, and it is gonna be karaoke. I'm gonna see how this goes, okay? So, prepare. And this will be Tiny Dancer by Elton John, performed by Oscar Robinson. Thank you for listening to OSCFM9, the Examiner Special. Carafun.com. Oh, come on. I want those grades. Blue Jean Baby. LA Lady. Seamstress for the band. Oh my god. Pretty eyed. Pirate smile. You're very music man. Here we go. Ballerina. You must have seen her down in the sand. Now she's in me, always with me. Tiny dancer in my hand. What a sneaky one. Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus freaks out in the street, handing tickets out for God, turning back, she just laughs. Boulevard, laugh, laugh, laugh. Piano man, he makes his stand in the auditorium, looking on. She sings the song. Testing. Okay, we still on? I fucked it. Right. Piano man, auditorium. Looking on. She sings a song. The words she knows. The tune she hums. Lovely bit of piano. How did he do it? Oh, how it feels so real, lying here with no one near. Only you can hear me when I sing softly, slowly. Here we go. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Here we go. Count the headlights on the highway. Today, hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the headlights on the highway. My music's got out. Lay me down in sheets of linen. Linen, not Lenin. That's the Russian guy. No, it's still not. You had a busy day today. lying here with no one near. I think this has gone okay. Blue jean baby, LA lady, seamstress for the band, pretty eyed, pirate smile, you'll marry a music man. Ballerina, you must have seen her dancing in the sand, and now she's in me, always with me. Tiny dancer in my hand. I'm feeling it. I'm enjoying it. Bum. Say softly. Can you hear me? Yeah. Slowly. I'm just gonna wait for the mic to kind of rejig itself here. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the headlights on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of linen. You had a busy day today. Count the tiny dancer. Count the headlights on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of linen. You had a busy day today. You've been listening to OSCFM. If you got any queries or comments, leave it down in the comments section. Anyway, I'm signing off. Thank you, examiners, for listening. Thank you, watchers, for watching. And thank you, Carafun, for some karaoke-based fun. I've been Oscar, and you have been listening. Goodbye.